Since he's not here, I'm going to go ahead and kind of read a little expert. The current star date is 53,882.4. The Sarek has been traveling for about a week now at max cruising speed. Currently, you're in a stretch of space that's between Klingon and Romulan space. It is sort of open territory. It is kind of a lane that most Federation vessels use to travel between the core systems of the Federation to the sort of the outer reaches in the Beta Quadrant that it currently holds. Other than that, for the past week, it's been kind of mundane for you guys. Some minor system hiccups here and there. But all in all, it's been kind of easy going for you guys. And the rest of the session is purely up to you guys.
Fun times. I assume the doctor is on the bridge. You know. If anybody is there. Let's see. He's probably going over medical files, system hiccups that caused injuries. He's just and realizes he's bored. But other than that, thing.
I'll be on the bridge too at my station, just looking at buttons, monitoring the engines, checking the.
Lieutenant, you have the. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say where Caleb was, but if you guys are running something, going ahead.
Oh no, the doctor was just going to let the lieutenant know that she has the bridge, and he is gonna go for a walk. Like I said, he's bored. He's gonna look, people watch. You can go ahead with Caleb.
Well, Caleb is in engineering, checking for any defaults in a special holodeck program that he has been recently working on.
Okay. If you'd like to go in more detail, you can.
So basically, the holodeck program is of the Kendra province of Bajor. As it is now, nothing but a green plain. He's gone into the historical records of Bajor and basically recreated the entire massacre at Kendra province in case questions are asked. But the main setting would be the green plain as it is now.
This is our mysterious other character gonna. No, I'm kidding. I guess I'm honestly at a loss.
Talis to senior staff.
Go ahead. Doctor answers.
On orders of the commander, you're all requested to join me in the holodeck for enhanced security training.
Oh, okay. And which holodeck?
Holodeck 1, Commander.
All right, I will be there in 5. Unless everybody like Vogel and Calum heard it.
Yeah, I acknowledge the order, wait for my replacement, and then we'll head down to the holodeck.
Yeah. Lee, we'll go. And you can hear.
You roboted for a second.
Yep, I don't think we can hear you anymore, Calum.
But yeah, the doctor goes to holodeck 1 to meet everybody there. All right. Talus, what kind of extra security training are we doing?
Well, I thought we'd start out with hand-to-hand training. You look like you could use some exercise, Doctor. I think hand-to-hand would be good.
Sure. He just kind of like is like not sure how to take that because as far as he knows, he's in shape. Yeah. No. All right. This should be interesting. I don't think I've gotten into a fist fight since college.
Oh, you got into a fight while at the academy, Commander?
I did. I did. I was drunk.
You got drunk and disorderly at the academy, Commander.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Oh. Hope that didn't set you back any.
Nah. We settled it, and that was the end of it.
Well, I don't think they look up stuff that far back when they're pulling for commanders.
Probably.
Maybe they won't notice
not.
it.
I know a few commanders and captains that have who drunken disorderlies in the academy. Who hasn't?
I mean,
Young.
we are professionals. I'd assume most of us have it.
At 21, nobody is a professional.
It's
regardless of what they say.
It's a very negative view of the academy.
Oh no, I loved my time at the academy.
It sounds like you did.
Yeah, and drunken disorderly. I'm best doctor in a very long time. drunken disorderlies aside, Dev says with a smirk. Glad you could join us.
Was that directed to me?
Well, it was directed at both lieutenants, plural.
Ah, okay.
Doctor?
I would assume y'all were coming from opposite ends of the ship, but arrived at the same time.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
So apparently, Talus here has some programs he'd like to run us through. Commander agrees with him. So,
Oh no, no special training programs. I always find that the best training is training with your fellow officers. Builds teamwork and skill at the same time.
that's
I'm gonna go over to the holodeck, the panel, and I'm gonna bring up a just like a standard ring, like a standard matte ring.
nope.
Well, Doctor, why don't you and Caleb show us what you can do so far, and then I'll give you some pointers afterwards.
Very well. It was directed at you, Kayla. The box, apparently.
Sorry, I had myself muted while logging into Roll20 on my phone.
I can roll for you if I need to.
Yeah, that probably would be better.
But yep, it's so it's Caleb and the Doctor squaring off. This will be
And Caleb is like going to nod respectfully to the doctor and just take a defensive stance, letting the doctor make the first move.
I'm gonna step like slightly in between y'all. Okay, you ready? And I'm gonna look at both of you.
Yeah.
Let's
I
do
suppose so.
Engage, and I'll step back.
All right. Then yeah. It's so early to be doing this. I'm gonna burn my determination, fight over flight. 5 threat.
Good God.
I suck at this. Told you.
Well,
I can't re-roll any of that, so go ahead. Or
It's 4 successes. So it just depends on what the daring security roll is from Caleb's
Yeah.
character.
I should have a
Caleb
focus.
realizes. Never mind. For a second, I was about to play Caleb, and then I realized that is not the right thing to do.
Well, I don't have my character sheet in front of me. I think I've got hand-to-hand combat as a focus, and
You
melee
do?
hook as a talent.
You do.
So we're just gonna lay the Doctor on his ass. That's what's gonna happen here.
Do you want to use a determination? Do you want to make any spins at this point?
Yeah, you're looking at my values. Pick one that's the most relevant.
I think
Fair.
maybe precise to a fault. If you're really trying to like, you're really trying to like hit him precisely or something.
Like literally just lay him out.
Okay, we'll spin that. Do you want to buy any dice?
And then let's see, I'm rolling
You've got 2 to roll, plus you've got 2 successes already. The doc has 4 total.
go on ahead and do 1 threat or 2 threat and roll 3 dice.
You'd need 3 threat.
No, it's 2.
He spent his
Two to
determination.
roll.
Oh, he said 3
Yeah, it's
dice.
2
My
threat.
bad. Yeah, my
Yes.
bad. Oh, that was engineering, but his security is the same.
Okay.
So-
That's 1 momentum gain, and I believe Calum wins the fight here.
Yep.
And then we'll go over what the complication is afterwards. So roll damage dice.
That doesn't seem like the correct number.
It should be
It's
5.
not.
Yeah, it should have been 5 dice. Let
So
me
roll
roll.
3 more challenge dice. Just roll 3 more challenge dice.
He's got mean right hook for when we're calculating this.
Yeah, that's weird if it was done that on the sheet.
That hurt.
So that is 5. That is an injury.
Yep.
So, as Calum goes in, doesn't realize his own strength against the doctor, who is frantically trying to defend against the doctor initiative against. Sorry.
We keep hearing
doctor-
cars.
Yeah. So the doctor goes in for the attack, tries to frantically then defend against a counterattack, and in doing so, injures himself, falls back, and breaks his arm.
Oh, that was stupid. Why did I land that way? Oh.
Though you fall, you are knocked out.
Oh, fair enough. He says that
Like-
and then passes out.
Lieutenant Vogel, the sick bay, medical emergency in the holodeck.
Caleb, you do realize this is a training exercise, correct? As I'm leaning over the doctor.
If I'm not mistaken, we're supposed to treat every engagement as if it were real. Train as if it were real combat.
Maybe in the Bajoran militia, but not in Starfleet.
Yes, that's not exactly appropriate, Lieutenant.
So in this case, do you want me to use one of the NPCs, or do you guys want to use a supporting character to come to the holodeck?
I mean, either Newman or Reaver would be there.
You can just play
Or
Reaver.
one of the other medical staff, yeah.
This is Lieutenant Newman. I am on my way. Which holodeck did you say, Lieutenant Vogel?
Which one are we in?
1.
Holodeck 1.
Affirmative. I'm on my way. Moments pass by. The doors to the holodeck open up, and Lieutenant Newman comes out and sees the doctor, sort of flat on his back, unconscious, and his arm is twisted in quite a peculiar manner. Oh my, what sort of exercise are you doing? As she rushes over to the doctor.
Well, I'm attempting to train the senior staff in martial arts, but the lieutenant here has a difficulty understanding the difference between training and combat. Don't worry, I'll take care of it.
I see. And she pulls out the med kit, starts working on it, applies a hypo to the doctor as he slowly wakes up, and she kind of puts her hand on his chest like, don't move, doctor, as he comes to. Question is the sparring situation in the holodeck. What does it look like? Is it just a generic kind of?
What you'd expect if you were at the academy in one of the sparring classes there. It's just like kind of looks like a gym.
Yeah, the doctor's just laying there getting worked on. He's like, oh.
Caleb's gonna look at the doctor and go, shouldn't drop your left.
I'll take that under consideration.
So, you guys should be at 3 momentum. If someone was keeping track of that, but I don't think I'll keep track of it for you guys. Yeah, while she gave you a hypo, gave you something for the pain, and then she's like, doctor, this is going to hurt. And she snaps the bone back into place in your arm.
Thank you.
And she slowly helps you. I was like, doctor, we need to get you to sickbay.
Yeah. It's very nice training with you all. And he just kind of out and goes to
Yeah.
So, do we
Lieutenant
have
Commander,
to?
if you don't mind, please ensure that you guys restrain yourselves from further harm and bodily injuries.
That'll be all, Lieutenant.
And she escorts the doctor out of the holodeck and to sickbay.
So, do we have to declare something to say we're not gonna actually knock people out? Because I don't think Caleb was obviously, the complication was breaking an arm, but I don't think Caleb was actually intending to knock him out on an injury.
I just figure it was lumped in with the complication.
Okay.
It was lumped in, so.
Breaking
Okay.
an arm, you pass out from pain.
Usually, breaking an arm doesn't cause that. You hit your head, and your arm landed a funny way, breaking it.
Fair enough.
Okay, Lieutenant. Maybe I should spar with you so you can get a feel for how sparring should be done without actually hurting somebody.
Which character are you playing right now?
Me. Talus.
The security chief.
Oh, okay.
Lieutenant Commander if you needed a rank.
I mean, if you want. but some of my tactics are not Starfleet traditional.
He just kind of gets ready and gives you a come on.
He did the Morpheus.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, then. Elam is going to go for it. I am going to spend 1 momentum.
Okay.
3.
One threat.
2. That is 1 momentum gained. The pass.
What were you?
I
Daring.
cannot think today.
Still probably would have made it.
Oh.
Talos,
Daring is
wins
lower
the,
by 1, so no change.
Okay.
And I have martial artist and mean right hook, which I think mean right hook just is vicious 1. Martial
Yeah.
artist takes
Yeah.
more to stay up.
That's 4. It's 4 stress to Calum.
You gotta keep your guard up, Lieutenant.
Oh, trust me, sir. Guard's always up.
And at that, I'm gonna strike. Take a threat. Oh shit.
Come momentum.
I'm going to spin.
I remember that rule.
So
I'm gonna
that's
go ahead
3
and spin
momentum
my
gained.
determination to reroll. On victory, or I'll fight to, or if victory justifies any means, I'll go a little bit dirty.
Okay.
A sucker punch.
Still didn't make it.
All right. Believe
Still get it.
Calum won this. Yeah, you get it. It's 1 momentum gain. So please describe what
Yeah,
this
you gotta
combat
actually,
is.
you gotta actually use your challenge dice because your sheet's not working right.
Okay, that's crazy. Here we go.
So that's
that'll
4.
also be 4. Yeah. Basically, I see the going for like a
Well,
punch to the.
so your total. So the total would have been 5 dice that you would be rolling. So that's you vicious 1. So that's only 3 because I'm not going to count the last 2 if you take in the first roll.
Okay.
Or it's just.
It's essentially, since it's not an injury, it doesn't really matter. It's essentially the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just 3 stress damage. Well, I'm gonna see if I can't fix your sheet real quick.
I don't know what's going on with it, but basically, you wanted me to describe the security chief.
Describe the attack.
Okay, chief. So, I'm guessing that you threw a punch basically at his head, kind of deal.
Yeah.
Well, instead,
Oh.
Calum will
So
sidestep.
there is a
Oh, go on
there
ahead.
is
What?
an effect, which is also I forgot to do this earlier, but there is an effect, so you do knock him down.
Oh, yeah, but basically, I sidestep, avoiding the attack. Punch in the gut, knocking the wind out of you into the ground.
It's only a minor to get up, isn't it?
Yes, you can avoid getting knocked down by spending 1 momentum or a threat.
Oh, yeah. I'll just spend a momentum. We don't need it for anything anyways. So seeing the counterattack work correctly, I'm gonna press harder.
It's actually my go first, I believe.
Oh yeah, I was thinking since you won that, for some reason I thought
Yeah.
that you would, but it's yeah.
Yeah, it's his go.
So essentially, Calum's gonna follow up the punch that goes to your gut with a knee strike. I'm gonna spend another momentum.
Take a threat. And I'll re-roll the 0.
It's 1 momentum gained back, and this goes to Lieutenant Talus.
Uh,
Well, it's only 2 stress.
I'll see the kick coming in, and I'll just like get up on kind of close the distance and kind of push you back.
Okay, well, it's your go first.
I'm gonna follow up by trying to actually knock you down. And I'll spend a threat. Ooh, not needed.
Also, your sheet's set up wrong, Talus.
How is it set up wrong?
Should be rolling 6 dice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I fixed it real quick.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and spend all 3 momentum. And that's a draw.
So, yes, nothing happens. You guys are gridlocked, or one of you can succeed at a complication.
nope.
No, I don't think so. I think basically it's just I just block his attack this time. And this is my next roll for my next attack. Basically, this is going to be me attempting to do a nice 1-2 combo and then sweep his leg.
Take a threat.
Oops.
How very Klingon of you.
I'll re-roll the 0. Oh,
You get 1 momentum.
Ooh, yeah, I think I'm knocked out.
or knocked down.
That's 9 stress.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm sitting on a lot of threat. So in the heat of the moment, Talus, you go in and he tries to sweep the leg, and doing so, you kind of flip him on his back. Yeah, I know, but we're not gonna, because you could have almost technically killed him if you're going by certain rules. But yeah, you flip him on his back in sort of a judo-like motion. Falls, essentially hits his head just on the edge of the map and knock him out. And there's some slight some slight blood coming from his head. So you do take 1 injury. It's non-lethal. But the holodeck safeties didn't catch it in time.
Is he conscious?
He does not appear to be so.
I'll hit my comm badge again. Lieutenant Vogel to sickbay. We got another one for you.
And you hear a slight scowl from Lieutenant Newman. Very well, I am on my way. Moments pass by, Lieutenant Newman comes in, and this time there's another medical personnel carrying a mobile stretcher. Well, one of those hover stretcher deals. Lieutenant Commander Talus, what did I tell you?
It's not that bad. He just needs something to wake up.
She walks over, sees like where he's at, the injury, and she's like, "There's sort of blood on the holodeck." I was like, "A slight injury." And she pulls out her medical. She pulls out the tricorder, does a scan on it. She goes, "You and you, we need to get him back to sick bay. He's got cranial hemorrhaging going on right now." Her and a couple of the other unis lift Lieutenant Calum onto the stretcher.
All right,
Commander,
Vogel, your turn.
I think you need to end this exercise. This is the second person I have had to escort out of the holodeck due to some sort of injury. Either you need to restrain yourselves or end the session.
That'll be all.
She just kind of glares at you.
Lieutenant.
Very well. And she walks back out with Calum on a stretcher heading towards sickbay.
Lieutenant Commander Talus to Lieutenant Leva.
Leva here.
Lieutenant, I need you to take Holodeck 1 offline and completely strip it down. The safeties are not functioning correctly, and it's caused a few injuries. I'd like you to take it apart and inspect it and put it back together.
Understood. What's going on with the safeties?
They seem to have a slow reaction time. It's unacceptably slow. Could endanger someone if they are running a rather dangerous program.
Understood. I'll notify engineering teams to run a full diagnostic on it.
You personally, Leva.
I'm currently in charge of the transporter room and currently in the midst of a level 3 diagnostic on the transporter systems, sir.
I understand that. The holodeck, please.
Very well. And the comm channel closes.
Seems like he misses being captain. Almost like he misses it. Sorry.
Well, Lieutenant, I guess until we can solve the safety issue, you're dismissed.
Very well, Commander. I will return to my station. I will
I
turn
guess
and leave.
I'll go to the bridge too. Or I guess I'll change and go to the bridge.
Yeah, the only people that were in uniform were the officers that were on duty that had no idea. So, yep. Thanks, everybody. He just whistles and walks away.
Doctor!
Yes.
In sick bay, Lieutenant Newman and a couple nurses come rushing in with Lieutenant Calum in tow. Doctor, appears that Lieutenant Calum has suffered a head injury. He's currently, I don't remember medical terms. He's currently hemorrhaging from the cranium. He needs immediate medical attention.
He's got a brain bleed. All right. My hand is either in a sling or
It's been mended by
is
now.
fine now. All
It's
right.
been mended.
Yeah. Well, then he turns and
Make this it's going to be a daring plus medicine. Difficulty is 4.
okay. One is my surgeon's medal. Lower that to 3. It's an episode. I can do that. And then I'm going to use that 1 momentum and 2 threat for 4 dice. We'll reroll at 0.
All right, you gain 1 momentum out of that.
Yay!
Quickly working, you manage to stop the hemorrhaging on Lieutenant Calum, and you slowly bring him to.
Lieutenant, careful when you get up. Is it being laid on your butt? Boy.
I got that.
Your head may hurt for a little bit. For a little bit. I gave you something for the pain. I would suggest not cracking your head on any bulkheads for a couple of weeks.
Bad.
Yeah, it
You
was...
need to heal him a little bit more.
Right?
It sounded very gibberish there.
Basically, he goes,
well, if I hadn't stopped the, it could have killed you. Also, from my broken arm earlier, you might at some point you might want to take a look at the holodeck. We're working.
yeah. Oh.
Again, it sounded like Caleb had a stroke. I'm sorry.
That's literally me trying to put it in my voice that he's hurting.
Long as you don't with any bulkheads or floors, you should be fine.
Well, do you have any, as you Earthers said in the 20th century, you got any aspirin?
Yeah. I'm not from Earth, but I do recognize the saying, and he gives him a hydrocortisone shot. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I don't have the science book on me. I was doing that by memory. The med for pain.
And something like that. As Caleb's head clears, he goes, "Oh, I guess I'll go head down to the holodeck and see what's going on with that thing."
Just take it easy, Lieutenant. I don't need you back in my sickbay today.
I don't plan on being back today.
Yeah, that's what they all say. And he says, "All right, you're good to go, Lieutenant."
Thanks, Doc.
Yep.
Sorry about the arm.
Oh, does a couple of like arm motions with it. Reaver and Newman fixed me up.
All right. Then in that case, I'm headed out.
And goes into his office to write a report to the about a certain security officer's overzealousness. A malfunctioning holodeck. I will include that this time it's not holodeck 2.
You guys are just scared to go in the holodeck too.
And
Yeah,
Caleb
nobody
had-
uses it.
We're scared of holodecks in general now.
Caleb does head down to the holodeck.
All right, you head down to the holodeck. Give me a reason plus engineering. Difficulty is 2.
I'm guessing EPS power systems is not a focus.
No, it would not be.
Alrighty, then in that case, I'm going to say take the momentum and 2 threat.
It's 2 momentum. Currently, the holodeck is operating at normal capacity. However, there is a slight lag time with some of the safety systems.
Has Leva showed up there yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, Lieutenant, I thought I was working on the holodeck.
When did that happen?
The Lieutenant Commander Tallis ordered me to check on it. I was currently engaged in a level 3 diagnostic with the transporters. Are you okay? Are you feeling alright?
Oh, I'll be fine. Back to my head. There's some sort of lag right now in the safety systems. Need to find out what's causing it. The old ice linear chips. I don't know yet.
This whole ship is old and falling apart, sir, if you don't mind me saying.
Eva, we're alone. Us, we're both lieutenant juniors. I know I've got
Okay.
chief engineer, but we're lieutenant juniors, okay? Drop it.
Okay, Tabin, whatever you say. I was just being polite.
And try and trace down this lag real quick. Did you leave the level 3 diagnostic on auto in the transporter room, or do you need to get back there?
It's currently on auto. I will need to go back there shortly, but it should be all right for about 5 to 10 minutes.
All right. All right, let's locate this lag issue.
All right, this is going to be a insight plus engineering.
Oh,
Difficulty
great.
1.
Difficulty 1, that's better. I'll just roll that.
There's a momentum for you. Currently, the problem with the system is the holodeck isn't getting enough power to the force field, to the automatic force field engagement systems for the safeties.
PS power relay going out. Oh, great. Be glad when we get this thing back to Starbase.
I would suppose we might be transferred at that point.
I sincerely either hope we stay as one crew and get a better ship. Bolts is just refitted.
I'm not really sure what they could do with this. Politely, she says, heap of junk.
And that's what I just said too.
So while you're working on that, meanwhile on the bridge, what is going on up there?
Probably a lot of boredom.
Well, let's fix that.
We gave him too much threat. He's the power's gone to his head.
You guys did this. I'm waiting for that board cube.
There's enough. There's enough.
Is anyone on the bridge other than me?
I would be.
Talus is probably in charge of the bridge if the commander's elsewhere.
Right, so the commander's on the bridge.
I'm on the bridge, but I wouldn't go so far to say as I'm in command because I'm not actually a member of the crew. I'm only working at tactical and with y'all because like special dispensation.
Oh, well then,
So
in charge. Because I think she would be, sir. Such time the doctor gets there, but yeah.
So who's in charge?
I mean, since it's a normal duty shift, I mean, if we got into a dangerous situation or something, maybe it would be I would take over. But I'm not a member of the crew, so for all intents and purposes, you.
All right, I'm gonna alert the other bridge officers to I'm picking up a Klingon vessel on long range sensor.
I'll be right there, Lieutenant.
It's really just for the people on the bridge.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check the tactical sensors to confirm.
You had hit open comm. Sorry. That was my fault.
Did you meant to add an ED to that, or is that a command? I'm seeing the same thing on the tactical scopes. I guess, do I see a course in speed?
Give me insight plus security. Difficulty would be 1.
Oh, never mind. Don't take a threat.
Alright, gain a momentum out of that.
Oh, Lieutenant, they seem to be on an intercept course. Warp 8. So, they're not going to catch us at this speed. You might hail them, see if they need assistance. Yeah, but we established that we were traveling at 8.6 the whole way.
They're coming right at you.
Oh, they're coming
Head
from
on.
in front of them.
Yes.
So for free question, can we determine type of ship?
We don't have a free question.
High res
Yeah.
sensors.
Oh,
Yep. Yeah. You certainly can.
I think that might be good info.
I didn't catch it because I was confused. What was the question you asked?
Type of ship.
Cavort class?
So the big one.
Medium sized.
You should hail them, Lieutenant.
I'm gonna call the senior staff to stations, and then I will indeed hail the Klingon. And I'll set condition yellow.
Now the doctor will head to the bridge. Seems to be a problem.
Moments pass. You open hailing frequencies.
Right. Klingon vessel. This is Lieutenant Vogel of the USS Sarek. We notice that you are in an intercept course. May we be of assistance?
This is the IKA Scormach. You are to drop out of warp and prepare for inspection.
This is a Federation Starfleet vessel. May I inquire as to the nature of your request?
You are currently traveling with inside Klingon territory. We want to make sure that you're not transporting contraband.
I want to double check the map because it doesn't make sense that we're in Klingon space.
Give me insight security difficulty 0. Let's put you at max momentum.
Then yeah, so we are still in Klingon space, Lieutenant.
Might want to dust off a copy of the old Kittimer Accords.
Alright, what are you guys doing?
I'm guessing the channel is...
It's still open.
Klingon vessel, can you please repeat your reasoning for inspecting the vessel?
As I stated earlier, we want to make sure you're not transporting contraband through Klingon space.
This is a Federation Starfleet vessel. I believe the Kittimer Accords exempts us from any such inspection. I'm going to try to definitely bluff here.
Be smarter than the Klingon. Klingon.
So, roll me a... Let's make this a con plus presence, since you're trying to incite sort of a ruling from the... Or, well, a ruling from the Kittimer Accords.
So you said presence and...
Con.
Con, okay.
The difficulty... Let's make it a 4.
For a... I'm gonna burn 3 momentum to get 2 extra.
Okie dokie.
And I definitely don't have any focuses that would apply to this. And I don't think any of my values would work.
I mean, I would think that information is the key to overcoming any obstacle would work, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but I'm trying to bluff.
Yeah, him not having the information is the key.
Or
You do-
success.
Yeah.
If Brax will allow it, I'll try it.
Yeah, I'll allow it. But you're gonna have to spend 2 more momentum or give me threat for those extra dice.
Yeah, I think I'll just roll 3 dice instead then. Because I'll get to spend a determination for... So I'll give you
Okay.
2 momentum, and then I'll roll 3.
Are you giving me? So you're giving me threat?
We got 4 momentum, right? Yeah, I'll spend 2 momentum for
We-
1 extra dice with the determination spent.
We were at 6, I think. So
Yeah, we were
yeah,
at
he's
6.
just spinning the 2.
Yeah.
The extra 1 extra dice.
Right. I'm just asking because it's a bold con. It's a say you have bold con.
Oh.
So
Shoot, I do have bold con. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'll give you 2 threat.
Or do 1 and 1.
Yeah, do 1 and 1.
Yeah, that works too. 1 and...
You just have to spend a threat.
Yeah, yeah.
In
Sometimes I forget. All right, I'll give this a shot. That'll do it.
all right, you succeed at it. You can reroll that 0 if you wish. You can.
I will not because I'm happy with the result as such.
Fair enough.
Okay.
It's a 1 in 20 chance that it goes bad, though.
Yeah, but no.
My luck, though. I was really doing it in case I rolled a complication.
Fair enough.
I don't remember that in the Accords, but very well. However, we will come alongside you and escort you out of Klingon space.
We welcome the escort, Klingon vessel.
And that's how you gain a Klingon bodyguard.
That's how you almost cause an international incident.
And I'll signal to close the... And I'll just kind of let out a big sigh of relief.
So, I guess moments pass by. The on the view screen, the Klingon vessel sort of then passes by, and then on your sensors you read it that it's now matching your course and speed.
Has the second officer come to the bridge?
I would assume I would have probably just made it.
I will apprise him of the situation.
But that's being very well handled, Lieutenant Vogel.
Thank you, sir.
So they're going to escort us through Klingon space. Is that what I'm gathering?
Yes, sir. That was what they said they would do.
Huh. That'll be... Captain isn't here. I don't think he would have gone for that. Kind of says with a... Not a smirk, but kind of like a... Like he was trying to make a joke, but it just kind of made him sad. He'll say, just keep on this course and speed, and when you get an opportunity, I would like you to write up a report for the commander
Aye, sir.
so he can see your skills. And say, Lieutenant Kalem will be fine, by the way. It's in the CO's chair.
Is there a remark from Talus on the doctor's comment?
I may have been looking at memes. What did you say, Doctor?
Lieutenant Kalem will be fine, by the way, as he kind of looks up at Talus. And then he sits down in the captain's chair.
I'm sure no one doubted your abilities, Doctor.
Well, I just figured you'd like to know.
Yep, yep, I'm aware your position is deserved. Good job, Doctor.
Yeah. Other than that, he just kind of settles in the chair for waiting until he hears that the holodeck is fixed or can't be fixed, or fill out the last bit of his report.
I want to look at the status of Holodeck 3.
I think there's only 2.
Oh, there's only 2? Yeah. Is Holodeck 2 up?
Yeah.
I'm gonna type up a request to the captain real quick and send it off saying we had some issues with Holodeck 1, but Holodeck 2 is running perfectly fine, and I wanted to get back to that training, but in a safe manner. And I wondered if we could invite one or two Klingon officers over for cross-cultural training. Or cross-cultural martial arts training.
Are you trying to kill us all?
And I'll send that to the captain.
I believe it'd be the commander.
Yes.
So he's not really here, but I'll roll,
I think don't give it like too much of an even chance, because like I don't think Joan would be 100% okay with that.
I'll roll a D100. I'll roll 1D100, okay? And you just pick high or low between 1 to 50 and 51 to 100.
Oh, yeah, I'll go high.
Commander Joan does not approve your request. He thinks it might be too hazardous, as Klingons are known to not restrain themselves in combat training.
Updated request to limit the available combatants from the Sarek to myself, an expert in martial arts, just so we don't lose this opportunity.
Very well, approved. As he reluctantly says,
Wow, even got the intonation down. Nice. Very nice.
Doctor, I've got an approved request from the commander to use Holodeck 2 for cross-cultural martial arts training. Could you put in a request with the Klingon vessel for their finest warrior?
Oh, very well. Could open a comm to the Klingon vessel.
This is the Cormag. What is it you request, USS Sarek?
It seems that my security officer would like to do cultural training with one of yours. Or holodecks, if you would permit. Hang himself.
Very well. Is there someone of interest that he would like to fight? There are many willing combatants on this vessel. I'm sure one of them would be more than happy to oblige.
I believe we should make it fair. Tactical officer to tactical officer.
Oh, give someone just ask for their best.
Okay. Our security chief insists on your best fighter. As his doctor, I advised him against it, but will do.
Very well. I shall send over the Daha Master.
We look forward to... Oh.
We will message you when he is ready to beam over. Unless your officer wishes to do battle aboard a fine warrior ship, such as ours.
As long as they have a holodeck where we can use holographic implements, then I relish the challenge.
No disrespect, but in case he is injured, I would rather have him near my medical facilities.
Understood. You Federation types are far too soft for a hearty Klingon warrior.
Oh. We shall see. And he just kind of smiles. Forward to your communication when he is ready. Sarek out. Lieutenant Commander, are you 100% sure you know what you're doing?
Yes, Commander. I'm fighting a Klingon warrior.
Very well. I will have standing by in case you decide to gut each other with Datangs or Batleths or whatever.
I would never use such a crude weapon, sir.
Only as Ushan.
Which isn't nowhere near as sharp and or cutty as any of the two weapons that I mentioned. All right. When to meet your combatant in either the holodeck or the transporter room?
I'll go set up the holodeck too. Y'all are all welcome to come to come down. That's the intention, is so that y'all can gain some cross-cultural appreciation. This is a one-in-a-lifetime event, probably, for y'all.
Oh, Lieutenant Commander, trust me. For your life's sake, I wouldn't miss this for the world. He is really trying to keep you alive in this. He knows you're good at combat, but Klingons, he's seen Klingons fight. He has a weird respect for the Klingons. Yeah, whenever they are ready, we will have them beamed over, and I guess I will meet the Dahar Master in the transporter room. Hugo, would you like to join me, or would you like to get front row seats?
I think I would love a front row seat to this.
I'll go ahead and do that. I'll send out a ship-wide announcement that there are like 50 seats available for a ship v ship cross-cultural training event.
He has a lot of faith in himself. It's funny. It's awesome. Because Newman's been dealing with holodeck injuries all day, I will have Reaver standing by as a medic along with myself after I bring the Dahar Master, obviously. Caleb gonna do?
Well, I was fixing to ask if Caleb actually saw Holodeck 2 from working on Holodeck 1.
So, real quick, while that's going on, you're fixing it and having sort of a heart-to-heart with Leva while you're working on the holodeck systems. Tevin, what are the odds that they're going to assign us to the same ship once the Sarek is decommissioned?
The odds? I would say slim, but I'm kind of hoping that Commander and some Poland wants to keep the original crew together.
Well, I hope so too. I've never been really good at long-term relationships. They never seem to go right.
Caleb's going to look at Leva and go, well, for your information, relationship before this one.
So, real quick, give me a control plus engineering. Difficulty is 2.
EPS power systems focus?
Yeah, but I'm going to spend 2 threat. Complication goes up by 1. So complication range is 2 as well.
Spending 3 momentum.
Ouch. So yeah, you get the momentum back, but you do have a complication.
I'd like to buy it off.
With momentum?
Yes, because I think you said difficulty was 2. That's 3 momentum. That leaves us 1.
And you managed to fix the power regulator issue within the holodeck systems. Levitt kind of turns to like, I think that will do it, Tavin.
I hope so too, Rachel.
It's like, if you don't mind, I need to go back to the transporter room and complete that level 3 diagnostic. I'm sure someone somewhere will eventually want to beam aboard the ship. Pray to God that there's not a missed molecule replacement somewhere.
Probably, and he glances back at the console to catch the time real quick. Current shipboard time.
Not much time has really passed. So this was all happening on while the stuff with the bridge was going on.
Yeah, I got that. But like, is it nearing the end of Alpha shift? That's what I'm getting.
It's getting close to it.
So Caleb's gonna look back at Leva and go, "Hey, Rachel,
Yeah?
why don't you meet me back here at 1800?"
Just kind of a little smirk. Sure.
Not gonna tell you why. Don't ask.
I'll leave the surprise to you.
Okay. See you at 18.
And she walks out and heads towards the transporter room. Alright. Meanwhile, in the transporter room, Lev had just completed the level 3 diagnostic. A little time passed. And the Klingons are signaling that they are ready to beam aboard.
All right. Doctor will let Leva know to beam them over and that he will be there momentarily to greet them. Towards the transporter room.
Alright, who's all going to be in the transporter room besides Leva and the Doctor?
I think that was it.
It's us, because everybody else is trying to get a good seat for the boxing match that's probably going to kill Talus.
Speaking of which, Caleb is trying to find Talus real quick.
I mean, I'll be headed towards you, or we'll be headed in the opposite directions. So I'll just pass you in a hallway somewhere.
Nifty. But
Yeah, I would say the two of you kind of pass by each other.
Okay. Caleb's gonna look at Talus and go, "Use 1, not 2. 1's fixed."
I don't know if I feel like trusting 1 right now. I think 2... Wait, you don't know that I'm going to a holodeck, though.
I kind of guessed because of your announcement.
Oh,
Use 1,
okay, this is correct.
not 2.
I'd trust 2 a little bit more because you just did work on 1. I'm sure you did good work, but I think I'd rather use 2.
Holographic projectors are fritzing out on 2. I haven't had the time to fix them yet.
Well, if
You
they're
want to fall through the mat?
well, if they're not working correctly, you should take it offline. I'll use number 1, but you need to stay on top of making sure that the holodecks that are out of order are not available to be used.
Which is more important, Talus? Having the ship actually get to its destination right now, Or making sure that the crew has some fun somewhere?
It's important to make sure that the holodecks are not online when they're not working correctly.
Fritz is out sporadically, not constantly.
That does
Them
not
to
do
work
anything
just
to
fine.
assuage my fears, Lieutenant. If
Look, I
it's
just haven't had-
non-functional, if it's non-functional, take it offline.
And I just haven't had the time to get to it yet. I've been busy with other stuff.
What other stuff is more important than crew safety, Lieutenant?
Want an EPS overload on the bridge?
Lieutenant, I don't think I like your tone.
I'm just gonna turn and walk away.
I guess I'll head to Holodeck 1.
Very big of you, Caleb. Very big of you. You're an erasive way of that. But you didn't. But
You're in transporter room 1 with Leva. She kind of says to you, Doctor, we're ready to beam him aboard. Or her, or whatever Klingon they're sending over, sir.
all right. Very well, energize. Bring them over.
And 2 Klingon officers beam over. One looks kind of sturdiest, and the other one's kind of slightly seems to be drunk. Like, it's kind of swaying back and forth. And he lets out a rather big yet nauseous belch.
Just because of his history with Klingons, empath check. Are they actually like? I know they're itching for a fight, but are they towards B or Leva? Like we're gonna take the ship, kind of thing.
No, you don't sense any hostility, but more of amusement.
Gentlemen, welcome aboard the Sarek. I am Dr. Morgant.
I am Commander Kov, first officer of the Cormac.
It's very nice to meet you. And who is this fine gentleman gracing us with his presence?
Don't mind his appearance, but this Bata is a legend.
Seen my fair share of stories where the are usually the best. Lets out a laugh. And if you would follow me, I will take you to the Challenger, as it were.
Excellent. And
Lead.
the 2 Klingons follow you, and you do notice, like, there's a kind of a smell coming from the one.
Yeah, I mean, I've been around dead bodies before, but This Klingon needs a bath. Should be right up past this junction. Or in there. We wanted to use this as a bonding and teaching moment, so there will be witnesses, if you will.
It's good to see Starfleet officers engage in educational combat. More of you could use some adequate Klingon training.
Quite. And I assume Talis is standing outside of Holodeck 1? So that I know which holodeck to take them to?
Presumably, people would be going in and out of the correct one.
Okay, that's fair.
Alright.
So I lead
you approach holodeck 1, and I'll say Talos is standing there near the doors.
Talis, this gentleman, and he points to the drunken one, I will warn you that apparently looks can be deceiving. And he kind of shoots a smirk to the Klingon CO or XO. So good luck.
Looks like a small northern mole to me.
And the first officer kind of smirks like, and then the other Klingon who is currently swaying's like, and just lets out a belch. I'm here to fight. More blood wine.
If you would show your opponent to the ring, Lieutenant Commander.
He's not that stupid. And I'll head towards the ring. And then I'll turn back. Oh, maybe. Maybe he is. And I'll head towards the ring.
The doctor is thinking internally, my god, he's going to get this killed by 2 Klingons. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. The doctor will take a ringside seat. He feels he's going to have to patch somebody up.
The
Next to the
Klingon in question, you notice that he's got, the long, Klingon locks and a slight beard. It's sort of grayed out. Two of you approach the inner ring area. Turn down that a little bit. As you're standing in the arena with your opponent, who looks somewhat kind of almost defenseless, the rest of the people who are there have taken a seat. The first officer of the Cormac has taken a seat next to you, Doctor. He folds his arms and comments, "This shall be proven most interesting for you." Dr. Morganth. You did tell him his name, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And I will go, I expect to learn much from it. He just...
Indeed you will. Indeed you will. And the other Klingon warrior kind of sits there and is like, Swain, whenever you're ready. And he belches again.
I assume there's some, like, let's say, like, Neandra is there to, like, officiate, and I'll just get in a ready position.
Yeah. That's fair.
Alright. Neander looks to both sides like she goes over the rules, and she looks at you, Talus. It's like, opponent 1, are you ready?
Yes, Lieutenant?
Then she turns to the Klingon. Opponent 2, are you ready? It's like, yes, let's get on with this. And she just kind of nods very well. She holds out her arm, and then she throws it down, says, fight. I believe you get to go first, Talus.
Three momentum. And a focus in hand-to-hand.
So you're spending 3 momentum, and then
Yep.
Just the momentum. You're not giving me threat?
Nope.
Okay, you don't get the reroll.
Yep.
Alright. Spending a threat. I believe the Drunken Master has succeeded. As you come into attack, you're thrown off by his Swain, and he essentially does sort of almost like a roundhouse kick, but sweeps the leg. And I'm going to re-roll those 3 zeros. Alright, that is 4 stress, and you are knocked down. As he sweeps your leg, you fall on your back, and he just standing there, kind of swaying. Get up!
It's his turn.
I know. He is going to grapple you. So it is going to be another opposed.
Take a threat.
Essentially, he's... Alright. It is a draw. He essentially attempts to sort of pick you up and sort of grapple you in a way. But at this point, you're just struggling to get away from him.
Wait, so he grapples on the
He doesn't really actually, like, he actually pulls you up and tries to grapple you, but you're struggling and you're trying to push him away, sort of trying to regain your balance per se. But you're not grappled or anything like that. But it does pass to you.
I'll spend a milestone that I got for fighting half-dead Vulcans on victory justifies any means, as I attempt to knock him down also.
Didn't you already use your...
I did. That's why I said I used a milestone that I got fighting the Vulcans.
Oh, okay. Yep. All right. Okay.
And
roll.
I'm going to go ahead and buy the third dice.
So 2 threat.
Unnecessary.
Going to take that 2 threat, spend it, and roll 4.
Ouch.
That's 7. I believe you had 6.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
That is 5. It is non-lethal. You are knocked down during as you pull up. He kind of, as you try to push away, he pushes back and then sort of smacks you in the chest with both of his fists and pushes you down to the ground. No, the Klingon does not have mean right hook. But you can give me 2 threat to avoid the injury.
Yeah.
All right. I believe the turn passes back to him. And doing so, he is going to come at you and attempt to headbutt you. And I'm going to re-roll that 0. It's 4.
I guess I'll roll 5 dice.
All right.
And I'll re-roll the 0.
You get 2 momentum and roll some unarmed strike damage for me.
And I have martial artist and mean right hook. And I'll re-roll the 2 zeros.
Okay.
So that's 9.
Spending. Yeah. It's a little less than that actually, but because Klingons. Yeah.
What, like, for
have,
my information?
So you would know. Technically, this Klingons are highly resistant. And like, especially with like unarmed strike, like with like non-lethal type damage and whatnot. But I am spending 2 threat to avoid the injury for him. He is still up.
Doesn't it go up because of martial artist?
Oh, that's right. You have martial artist.
It's 1 per effect, I think.
Right. Yep. Okay. Threats. The appropriate amount of threat has been spent. He also has tough, so it's 1 threat less. So it's 1. It's the cost is reduced by 1. So
okay.
And he kind of looks, I was like, he's like, I haven't, and he kind of shudders like, I haven't had a fight like this in a long time. It is your go.
Yep, I'm gonna just press my advantage gained from hitting them, and I'm gonna go in for another. And I'll spend the 5 dice. And I'll re-roll the 0.
Alright. So I'm gonna take that threat you gave me, and I'm gonna spend it to roll 5 as well. So that is 8 versus 5, so that's 3 threat. Ooh. I'm gonna re-roll those 0s. Ouch.
Yep, that's it.
That is 8 stress.
That's it.
Just as you're about to get knocked out, the holodeck safeties kick in, and he lets out a big laugh and roar, and as you're kind of on the ground on the mat, he holds out his hand as he's sort of swaying. Well fought, Starfleet. Well fought.
He's helping you up, I think.
Yeah, I'll just ignore his hand and stand up and say, thanks for the fight. Is an educational experience.
He just kind of looks at you like inquisitively, like trying to gauge whether or not you don't like him or not, or if you're being sour.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
He looks at you as like, there's no shame in defeat, Starfleet. You fought well. You do your house honor.
Yeah, I've just kind of moved on and am leaving the ring.
Wow. Okay.
The first officer turns to you, is like, told you, he's our best.
I did kind of warn the lieutenant commander it may swing this way. The holodeck safeties kicked in. It's too much medical attention. Makes my job easier.
The Daha Master he's legendary. He even goes all the way back to the infamous Great Hunt. Oh, so almost 100 years ago. Figured he would be close to retirement by now. And then again, I think he wants to die in battle like so many other famous warriors.
Well, let's hope he gets that one day. Oh. Gentlemen, if you would like to, I don't know if we have a lounge. I think we do. Lounge, or if you would like to go back to your ship.
I think the Daha Master would like to revel in his victory for a little bit. Do you have any cases of blood wine?
Let me check our cargo bay. See what we can dig up. Awesome. Thank you for that.
If you spend 1 momentum, you will have one case of 2362.
Fine by me. Go ahead. I'd rather not insult them. And myself against them.
I believe at this time, the commander kind of walks into the holodeck, wondering what the commotion's all about.
Commander.
Oh, yes, hello. What is going on here?
Little sparring session between the Dahar Master and Alice. He thought it would be a learning experience for the crew. You see.
Just a note here. You did approve this.
Well, anything broken?
No. The safety's kicked on in time. Nobody's worse for the wear. Going to head down to the lounge and enjoy that case of 2362 we have on board. Captains, but he kind of like, I'd rather not insult these guys.
The mulberry wine?
It's blood wine, sir.
Oh. Well,
Care to join us?
Computer time?
Uh, 1837 hours.
I can go for some blood wine at that day. At this time of day. Why not?
All right.
Although I will advise that you pass out some injections so people don't, people's livers don't die when they have some. Most people can't handle blood wine. Most species, I should say.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I will grab some on the way. Sickman is on the way to the lounge.
Very well, I'll see you there.
All right. And we head for the lounge. He sends a communication to have the case brought up from the cargo bay to the lounge.
All right. You prepare also inoculations for various crew members who will be partaking.
Yes. Including myself and the commander. Possibly Caleb.
Caleb's not participating.
Okay, well, fair enough. Then Lieutenant Vogel, if she would like to join us and drink blood wine.
I will stick to my iced tea, thank you.
So just the commander and the doctor then.
Hey, the senior ranks get to get drunk. Sure, why not?
Oh, Caleb's got a date.
That's fair. That's fair.
This is your one chance to hobnob with the CEO of the ship.
Now, Commander, you can't step in the way of young love.
I mean, I can, but I won't.
Fair enough.
It's about
Yes,
time.
to the lounge to get trashed.
And Caleb just leans over to Leva and goes, "That wasn't what I had planned."
It was kind of entertaining. I'm just glad the Klingons aren't here to. They do battle, for real.
Yeah. But what I have, I'll set up after everybody else leaves.
All right. Moments pass by. The holodeck arena. Everyone filters out. And pretty much all that remains behind is you and Leva.
And Caleb's gonna go, computer, load program Caleb 24 Zeta.
And with that, your program activates.
And it's literally what she sees is the Kendra province, Green Plains, and in the middle of it there is this tablecloth on the ground with a big picnic basket in the middle.
As Leva kind of looks around and she smiles like, "This is it's very sweet of you, Tavin."
Know what it is? Or where it is?
This Bejor?
Yeah, it is.
Is this the Kevin province? I mean, I'm not really familiar with.
It's the Kendra province, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Is this where you? This is where you grew up in, right?
This is what it looks like now.
It's remarkable. It's quite beautiful.
It wasn't always like this.
I see. Well, it has come a long way since the occupation.
That it has. And if Leva's paying attention, there is a memorial there, yes, a little bit of a distance away. But if Leva's paying attention, there's tears in Caleb's eyes.
You miss them, don't you?
A lot of friends died here. Family, too.
And she just kind of remains there, silent for a moment, not quite sure what to say. And she kind of was like, maybe someday we could start a family.
I'd like that. I'd like to return to this place now. Also over there on that hill, overlooking this very valley. Anyway, You want something to eat?
I am famished.
With that, I'm literally. He literally reaches in and pulls out a couple different types of sandwiches, turkey, ham, is maybe even a glass of Chateau Picard. Bottle of Chateau Picard.
Kind of speed things a little bit along, unless you want to go into more detail. But I would assume that two of you talk, you eat, wine, share jokes and memories of the past. Yeah. Is there anything else you wish to add to this scene, Cam?
Probably right before, before everything ends. I think Caleb would wind up kissing Leva, but that'd be it.
As you move in to kiss Leva, the holodeck program ends and goes back to the grid.
I'm just gonna look around and go, "Oh, really?"
I feel like this is a daring medicine roll.
Daring medicine for what?
I'm just joking with you.
And Leva kind of looks like, at least it didn't fail during that match.
True. Very true.
And she just kind of rolls her eyes for a second, and then as you're talking, she grabs you by the collar and pulls you in.
Okay, yeah, I think we probably should fade there.
All right. Meanwhile, in the mess hall, there's several crew members, two Klingon, the first officer and the Daha master. You break out the bottle of 2362 blood wine, and the first officer of the Cormac looks at the bottle and goes, "Ah, excellent year. Your captain has excellent taste." Where is he?
He did. Commander? Our commander here is the current captain.
Our previous captain has no longer.
It definitely wasn't my blood wine though, because he has no love for Klingons and would not drink blood wine.
I know.
Probably Praxis.
It's probably Praxis.
He doesn't know that. He's just assuming it's yours for diplomatic reasons.
Oh no, I'm going to set up something on Saturday for that. Snafu.
I'd say I haven't had this year of blood wine before, though.
I had it once. It was a very interesting night.
Good interesting or bad interesting?
It involved me losing my eyes towards the end of the night, but
Losing your eyes?
He kind of looks at you and blinks, and his eyes do that.
Sorry, I just imagine them beeping like little Herbie cars. Anyway,
Well, I had to do. You can't see me like move my eyes like they would like a camera lens. They kind of moved like that.
okay.
That's kind of what I meant.
Oh. Bar fight, or did you fall in the bottle?
The fight that I didn't start.
Oh, okay.
Speak.
I'll remember that for review.
Oh, it's already there.
Drunk and disorderly, history of violence.
I don't think it quite says that, sir.
I mean, it can. I just have to go at a few decks. It'd be there.
You would also have to have the security clearance to change my file from years ago, Commander.
I don't know, call in a favor maybe, or just I don't know, try. This is very strong.
It really is. Ugh.
Oh. First officer lets a kind of a chuckle. He's like, "This is an excellent bloodline. What are you talking about?" And as you look over, you towards the Daha Master, and he's on the second case of blood wine, or not second, but the second bottle out of the case.
Oh, I don't doubt it. Rysians have we Rysians have a nice tolerance for liquors. It's just it doesn't make us immune to the effects, though.
You know, as a Betazoid, our tolerance is probably very low.
I don't know. Betazoids tend to drink wine like it's made of water at parties. Then again, that doesn't mean they're resistant to it. They may just really like wine.
Oh, the wine on Betazed is excellent.
If you say so.
I do. Some of the vineyards owned by members of the Starx house make excellent wine. Another house like mine.
Excuse me a moment.
Which one? For
I think he had for a second.
Yeah, I'm back.
Blood wine hitting you a little harder than you thought, Commander?
No, I think some got in my uniform. It's all right. I was dabbing it away. I mean, it's red, so it just kind of blends in, really.
Yeah, you can hardly tell. Tell, Commander. Put it on my jacket, on my coat. Still very clearly wearing his doctor's coat while he's drinking this.
As you're drinking the bloodline and the little comm badge sort of device on the first officer starts beeping. And then with the universal translator picking up, Commander, you are ordered to report back to the Cormag. Or Cormag. Yeah.
And the doctor, hearing that, says, "Commander, you think we could spare two bottles of blood wine for the captain that has been so kind escorting us and the first officer here? The gracious guest."
It's not my supply.
Fair
I'm
enough.
good either way.
Commander, he turns to the Klingon. If you would like, you can bottles, and if you would, as a gift, of course. Yes,
you're most gracious.
And yep, he escort you back to the transporter room.
Kind of nods. He looks to the Daha Masters. It's time to go. And he's just kind of swirling, and takes his bottle with him, and then grabs another one.
Yeah. Obviously, the commander is joking. I think Prax was saving that for herself, so of course it's not freaking poison.
I don't know. Doctors on this ship have a bad habit. I'm a funny guy.
I can't argue that. I can't argue against that.
But yes, I believe we escort the Klingons with their poisoned wine that the doctor poisoned.
The doctor did not poison the wine bottles, just for the record.
Okay.
You head back to the transporter room. As the two Klingons step onto the transporter, the one Klingon sort of hammers his fist and goes, "Until we meet again."
And the doctor tries his best to do a respectful recreation and say, "To you as well."
Good hunting. Don't miss.
And he just kind of nods. And then with that, the two Klingons transport away.
Oh. Stumbles back a little bit. Oh.
You might want to hold on to something there, Doctor. Your livers
Yeah.
might not die, but it's still going to hurt you.
Oh. Oh, great. Now there's two of you, Commander. Oh. With Klingons again. I'm good. I'm good. He steadies himself. Oh, I think I'm gonna. He just kind of goes, "I think I'm gonna call it a night, Commander. That's all right with you?"
Oh, no. We have to finish off the rest of the case.
Very well.
I'm kidding. That would kill you. Go ahead.
And he gives a very weak, salute or whatever, and just kind of stumbles out of the transporter room.
Commander Joan.
Commander Joan here. Go ahead.
Just wanted to inform you, Captain, that the Klingon vessel has broke off its escort. We appear to have now been leaving Klingon space.
Very good. Send them our regards and maintain course.
Understood.
Oh, I'm going to feel this later. And Joan does the time-old tradition of a walkabout. Partially to see some of the crew and partially to walk off the very strong drinkies. still enjoying after being done drinking it.
Unless there is any other roleplay that people wish to do, I think that is a good time to end this session.
Yep. And the reason it's not drunk and disorderly on his record, failed negotiation with the Klingon that involved the death of a crewmate and the loss of his eyes.
Captain was messing with you. He would be briefed on that stuff beforehand. It's like, a captain, commander.
Oh yeah, no,
He was just making conversation.
Okay,
no.
so
By that time, Morgantha was just drunk, so he was just
we're
like,
good.
"No, I can tell the story joke."
all right, I'm ending the stream now. So